Thank you for tuning back to the second part of the cruise. This is MSC Seaside and definitely a seaside. As you can see, this video, I am in my room. I finished trying to do the whole walking, breakfast, little tour of the boat, and then decided to come back to prepare myself to go to the spa area. As I had upgraded my room to the Aurora experience, I have free access to the thermal spa. So feel free to like this video and subscribe if you've seen some of my other cruise videos. I do try to just walk you through some of the things that I did. Of course, you can do your own thing, but just to give you a feel of what it was like. As I prepared to go to the spa area, this was part of my actual room. Other people, of course, paid for the day, and that is definitely understandable. But since the pool area was probably closed and it was so cold outside, I see there was a lot more people than expected. And I would have hoped that MSC probably would have put a cap of how many people they allow to have pass for the day or the times that they can come in. It was extremely crowded and there was a lot of people just talking. And listen, I paid for a quiet relaxation time and I did not get that, unfortunately. But you know what? It's okay. I must commend MSC for kind of rolling with the punches. With the terrible weather, a lot of activities were indoors and there were a lot of dance classes, various arts and crafts, just things to keep you entertained. So unfortunately, a lot of stuff did not happen, but I think they did well with what they had. All the various videos I watched, everyone talked about this Michael Jackson show. And I was anticipating that one. This one, I wasn't sure. It was a lot of mixed activities that were happening. Of course, it's probably a variety show, but I don't know. It just felt like I could have just went back to my room and take a good nap. Everyone got the same memo about the Michael tribute, and it was definitely a packed room. It was a nice performance. I think the dancing, as you can tell, I don't know, but overall, I think the Michael person itself did a really good job. And hey, it's a cruise. You expect to have a really nice show, and some people like it and others don't. So it is what it is. I think the captain made an attempt to get us on the land on their private island, but we only got close to it and we could see it from out there. So do you see it? It's kind of back there. And he literally said, okay, you hope you all saw it. And then we're going to head back because when I tell you it was windy, it was pretty bad. And I just went and did various arts and crafts to entertain myself. And I stayed a lot of time in my room, just cuddled in my bed, just taking a good rest. MSC handled this very well because a lot of people were in their rooms and probably felt nauseous. They gave free movies, so you were able to stay and watch all the movies for free with no additional costs. And also, they gave us a few dollars in the port credit fee that we actually already paid for. So that was helpful. And at the end of the cruise, the last night, they were giving out waters and not even charging people. So that was greatly appreciated. Now let's talk about the food. I always enjoy eating in the main dining. It's the best way to limit your intake of how much you're eating. Sometimes I run to the buffet just to see what they have, but then I tend to want to stay if I see something good. But MSC sometimes could be a hit or miss. And they have 2 floors for the main for the buffet. So if you want to sit on the middle floor and like not at the top, more of the middle, it's a little bit more like inside, so it wasn't really welcoming. So I kind of just enjoyed having windows at the main dining. Food was fine to me. I didn't have any major issues. I mean, everything looked tasty, and it was. If you have their pizza, they are known for their pizza. So if anything else fails, just grab the pizza. Even this is a European cruise, you can expect your dessert to be less sweet, less sugary, and it was perfectly fine for me. I enjoyed grabbing a little dessert. Sometimes that was actually the better option. And they do have 2 different areas for the buffet. One, of course, is the top deck, and then there's one in the middle deck. It's kind of inside, so you really don't get to see much outside. It's a little bit more cramped. However, it gives you a lot of opportunities to eat somewhere else. And of course, I took the opportunity to have in room service for breakfast, which was a great touch because I don't need much. I don't eat eggs. I don't eat a lot of things for breakfast. So it was nice to be able to get like breakfast in my room and then go upstairs to the buffet to see what else they have. But overall, food was definitely filling, and a lot of it, they're not as wasteful as some of the other crews, and the pizza is great. So that's my recommendation. When it comes to entertainment, I did go to the late night parties, but most of the parties that were in the atrium, the white party, everything had to be done inside due to the weather. And it was fun. It was nice. A lot of people just danced. A lot of people just kind of sat around. And it is very Spanish, European based. So just expect to hear a lot of that. And a lot of the staff are also from these different countries. I enjoyed it. And whenever you get tired, you just go back to your room. So options, options, options. Now, I know there is a seashore, but it leaves out of Orlando most of the time. So maybe I tried that boat because this one is fairly new, but I feel that it's decorative, but I don't know if it's for everybody. A lot of glass, a lot of crystals, but I don't know if I'm really a big fan of the interior design. Even the color of my bedroom was kind of like, what? Is that fuchsia? However, it all depends on what you're coming for. If you're coming for the food, or you're coming for the entertainment, or if you're just looking for an opulent, beautiful room that really gives you like a really nice feel, all the different reasons you cruise is your reason. So do not let everybody's review deter you from trying something, because every experience is different. I didn't expect this weather to be as bad, and I'm sure the captain didn't plan it either. However, it all depends. And leaving from Florida, you never know what you're going to get. So always be prepared. Definitely look at the Facebook groups. I think a lot of the cruise lines have Facebook's group, and it goes off of the date of the travel, and you can join and just see what the conversations are about, and probably see a few weeks before what everybody said about their cruise. So a lot of opportunity to really get a head start of how you're going to experience a cruise. Or you could be the old-fashioned way. Do not check any other and no one else's references, or get any feedback from anybody else, and just go with an open mind so you can have your own story to tell. So feel free to let me know if you ever go on this cruise, if you find my information somewhat helpful, and I hope you continue to watch my next videos. I'm actually, after February, I actually headed out to France. So my next video will be my return back to the States. So just know for a good amount of months, I was out of the country. And my French trip is for a different channel that I have. So if you're interested in knowing the channel that I have, let me know in the comments. But feel free to subscribe. I think the style that I do my videos, I like them, but you let me know how you like them. Thanks for watching.